Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Welcome to the community conversation. This is a Hujjat initiative. In these regular conversations with individuals, we will explore their struggle, achievement, courage, and disappointment that shaped and guided their faith, family, and the community. Today we have with us Alhaj Anverbhai Dhanji. He was born in September 1942 in NAMTUMBO, a small town in Songea District. He did his primary schooling in Tunduru and secondary schooling in Lindi and Dar Salaam. To many in Hujjat community, he is a well-known elder of the community who served Hujjat Jamaat as a committee member under Alhaj Mustafa Jaffer and under Alhaj Kamrudin Khaki for 2 terms. During his time in the executive committee, the main buildings needed urgent attention, and under his supervision, the building was refurbished and reconstructed with all the pavements that we see today. His family and friends purchased 2,200 square meters of carpets, and with the help of Marhum Amir Asaria, leveled up the floor and carpeted the entire building. Nowadays, he is seen every Thursday at Carpenders Kabrastan, where he and the team he leads organize his weekly Kabrastan program every Thursday for Islae Sawab of Marhumins who are buried there and elsewhere. Welcome, Anverbhai.
Thank you, Captain Anver, to have me here today.
Okay.
I'm quite happy to give some my...
You share your experiences?
Yes, experiences, yeah.
So begin with, Anverbhai, I want you to tell us about NAMTUMBO.
Yeah, NAMTUMBO.
Where is NAMTUMBO?
NAMTUMBO is 45 miles from Songea, a small town where my father was settling at that time, you know.
Really?
In 19... I was born there, so I don't know much, but I think it is a very small town, very small town.
And is it now as small or is now grown?
I haven't been.
You haven't been?
Yes.
I think you should visit your birthplace one of these days.
Yeah, I want to visit, inshallah, one time, yeah.
So, Anverbhai, we'll come to your birth and all that afterwards, but let's talk about every Thursday you go to Carpenders Park.
Yeah.
Perhaps you can share with us how did it all start. The reason why I'm asking you is because we don't have an every Thursday Kabrastan gathering.
Yeah.
So what you and your team have done, that you have instituted every Thursday Kabrastan, it has really helped quite a few people who want to come to Kabrastan and visit their Marhumins to come there, and you have given them that opportunity. So how did it all begin?
Yeah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I will start with I begin in the name of Allah, the most merciful, and He guides to whom needs guidance.
That's right. Yes.
And we are His followers in Deen, you know. And when there is a will, you will always succeed, you know. So first of all, let us recite Surah Fatiha for all our Marhumins, the leaders, our community leaders, and everybody. And then, inshallah, we'll give you the details about our Kabrastan, how we started.
Right. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman
Bismillah. So it was July 10, 7/21. It was, I think, during COVID area. I think so. Or it has been
COVID just finished.
Yeah, I think it just finished. So Muhammad Bhai calls me from Kabrastan. Anwar Bhai, can you come to Kabrastan? I said, why? He said, I have just arranged a small majlis. I said, okay, I'm coming. Why not? So I think we were about 7 people. I got the names, but you don't need the names.
But it's a good idea to name them if you have, because they are the foundational individuals.
Of course. So it was, I think, we were 7 people altogether. Myself, with 7 people. Myself, Muhammad Walji, Nazir Devji, Muhammad Juma, Yusuf M.D. Karmali, Gulam Rahmani, Hasnan Jetta. I think from Mombasa.
Right, okay.
So I think we recited first Yasin and one some Marcia, and we ended there. So now he tells me, can you make it next week? I said, why not? It's a good idea. We have been doing in Dar es Salaam for ages.
That's right.
For all life. So this will be our permanent, I think, one of the time pass, and inshallah it will be regular, and perhaps we will have more groups later on.
Right.
So the second week, Mr. Siptan Panjwani was there. I was so thankful. I was there came for Fatiha, I think, for anything.
Yeah.
But you were there, and you about 15 people, I think.
Yeah, that was 15.
Yeah, about 15 with the previous one and some more added.
Yeah.
So inshallah, at that time, I think he brought the tea and some Fatiha.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Muhammad
exactly. Yeah. So it went well.
And 2 ladies we had.
Yeah. So it started very well, September. And the third week, it was 25 people. And then
gradually increased.
Increased. And then we thought, why not we make a group now?
Yeah.
People are coming every week and they are interested. So on the 4th week, I think it was about 40 or 50 people.
Yes, that's right.
I think, 40 to 50 people.
Yeah. As people came to know.
Yeah. And then I think on the 4th week, on the 3rd week, I contacted you by email, that we have started this program here, and it is very encouraging. People likes to be here every time. Will you accept to recite Majlis? He said, absolutely right, I'll do it. Why not? So I think we started on 4th week, the Majlis.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So we started, and it increased up to 70 people.
Yeah.
And then on 21st of September, I think it was, 2109, we registered all membership.
Yeah.
All membership.
And now how many have you got?
We've got about 114.
And one thing good about the Carpenders thing is that you give the participant an opportunity to donate.
Yeah.
So now people have an opportunity to donate.
Yeah.
Say something about sort of when you collect this donation and what happens.
Now I think Nazir Jessa was our team member at that time, Nazir Devji.
Nazir, no, Merali,
Nazir Merali Devji. Nazir Jafari Merali Devji, I think, yeah. He said, we have our group, in our group we always donate sometimes when we have occasion or something like that. Why not we start here? That was a brilliant idea of Nazir Bhai. I liked it very much. Yeah.
It's a very good idea.
So on 21st September 1921, I think we started collecting money.
Right. So we also have a gazebo there now.
Yeah.
What's the story behind that?
The story of gazebo, I think we should give a big applause or thanks, something like that, to Mehboob Pir Bhai.
Yeah.
How he did it,
we don't know.
We don't know, but he did it very well. I think he contacted the council, and the council were pleased because they were seeing us every time.
That's right.
They were sitting
on the outside.
In the outside and in the rain, in this winter. Yeah. So that is very consideration of Grand Council to bring the gazebo. And if you remember, we had our anniversary gathering, 10/7/22 last year. It was raining.
Yeah.
We were sitting outside, and we had to move inside. So that is the first day we used that gazebo.
That gazebo,
And
but
then
now it's been very helpful to us
because
it has made the program all the year round now.
Correct.
Yeah, inshallah.
Correct.
Now, Anver Bhai, you're retired now. What are you doing nowadays?
Right. I retired in 2000, I think, 2002.
Yeah.
I worked for 40 years in Tanzania and London here.
Yeah. But what I want to know at the moment, we'll come to why did you retire? At the moment, what do you do in your retirement time?
On my retirement time.
You visit people, you have a timetable?
Yes, I've got timetable.
Right.
Mondays I'm free, at least free, helping for grocery, anything.
Right.
I have to go there with my family. Yeah. Tuesday I'm in Stanmore Jeffrey.
So you come for exercise?
I come for exercise and for playing the games and everything. Wednesday we have senior citizen, if you remember.
Right.
You are also there attending, I think. Thursday we have got Kabrastan.
That's right.
Friday we come for Juma prayers.
Yeah.
Saturday I visit one of the families or who is widow or something like that. I take them out for dinner at night.
Oh,
and she's she's very old lady, one lady.
Okay.
I look after her on Saturday, and Sunday is my family program. We go
So
for
you-
dinner.
Yeah. So you
Because
have your
Saturday,
family.
Sunday, we go
That's
out.
your family.
Yeah, that's my family.
Right. Okay. No, so
So I
you
pass
planned
my
it out.
time. Yeah. Now on Tuesday, unfortunately, my garden is very big, front and rear. You've seen it.
Yeah.
The gardens are coming at 8 o'clock.
Right.
8 o'clock up to 11 o'clock.
Right.
So they are taking a lot of money. So if we don't stand before them, they don't work properly.
Right.
So I have supervised. My wife and me, we
You
supervise, and
supervise,
we are very fond of garden,
Right.
plants, flowers.
So you make sure that
I make sure they play. By the time they go, I'm tired, so I'm not coming to just stand. So I do some other activities at that
Right.
time.
Okay. No, but so you've got something to do.
Yeah, something.
And you also do walking, I think.
Walking, I have started in 1975 in Dar es Salaam with Abbas Sachu, if you know him.
Yes.
The one with blue room.
Yes.
Blue room. We
Blue
were
room,
walking, at the seashore.
Everyone has the biryani of the blue room.
Yeah, I think you must have enjoyed this.
Yeah, I
food.
did.
It's very nice person.
Very nice person as
yeah.
well. Yeah.
So I started in 1975 in Dar es Salaam and continued here in London for the last 40 years.
Right.
I walk about 5,000 steps, about 2.5 miles.
Every
day, yes.
Every day?
I make a point.
So
If
how old are you now?
I will be 81, inshallah, on 21st September, after 3 days.
You don't look it.
Yeah.
Mashallah.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah.
So now this I just wanted to know what your timetable was as a retirement. So you've got something to do all the time.
Yeah, I got something.
Yeah.
To do, yeah.
Now let's go back to your childhood. You were born in NAMTUMBO.
NAMTUMBO, yeah.
NAMTUMBO.
Yeah.
And so then you moved to Tunduru.
Yeah, it's
So
correct.
now,
correct.
what was life like in Tunduru?
Very good life. We had very good life, very good family, siblings, everything
So
was
how many
nice.
siblings have you got?
Oh, a good team, 12. We were 12 at that time.
So
yeah.
how many brothers and how many sisters?
5 brothers and 7 sisters.
I know Asghar.
Yeah,
One
you know
of them.
Asghar,
Yeah.
Hasni Bhai, I don't know.
I know, I met him.
You know either?
Either I know. because he
And my
comes
elder
here.
brother Muhammad Bhai passed away
Ah,
10 years ago. I think
Okay.
you must have not seen him.
No, I don't. Yeah.
So we were 12 altogether, and in 1948, I think we moved to Tunduru.
Right.
It was old town, very old town. And
So when you moved,
Yeah.
how many Shia Ishna, Khoja Shia Ishna?
about 100 in all.
So name some
in all.
families, yeah.
Yeah, Lal Jidatu, Sharif Ismail, Gulam Sen Ismail,
Right.
Merali Premji,
Ah.
Mohammed Premji, and Jaffer Fadl Premji, and
So these were pioneer family?
yeah,
or-
they were settled. They all
Several settled.
were all settled there. Yeah, correct.
And did you have a center there?
Yes, we had a center.
1948?
We had a center, yeah.
A
We had
Jamaat existed
We had
or
a
not?
center, and it was a small Jamaat, I think. at
But
that time.
existed. We had a
Yeah,
Tunduru
we
Jamaat.
had Tunduru Jamaat.
Who was the president at the time?
The president, I think, Lal Jidatu and Sons. He was the pioneer of that place.
Ah,
because just near his house was the mosque in Old Town, you know.
Yeah.
In Old Town.
Then subsequently, I think the new town, the British made an effort to make a new
And
town.
then I think 1950 the government wanted that Old Town to abolish. However, after settling in new town, so we started building.
When they say abolish, did they give you grant to settle in the new
No,
town?
nothing. There was
They
nothing
didn't,
granted
yeah.
like that. So colonial time, you know, nothing was that. But they had planned because it was high on the hill.
Oh, okay.
That's old town, you know. So all the times when it was raining, rain all in the houses or something.
So there was a flood. and all that.
Yeah, flood and everything. So they had a very master plan, and they gave us a plot in New Town. And fortunately, we had a very nice building built up, ground floor, first floor, and second floor.
All right.
Yeah.
So this was your family house.
Yeah, we moved in new house, I think in 1954.
So your education, where was it?
I was in Tunduru from I think I started 1948 my schooling up to 1953.
Right.
That was primary.
So
My teacher was Skapadani, and
were they in Tunduru as well?
he was in Tunduru at that time. He was the guest of Lal Jidatu. I think they are related. I should have told him about it. Roshan Bhai.
Right.
Even Roshan Bhai was in Tunduru.
Right.
But Askar Bhai was my teacher, and Mr. Sheikh. Fortunately, he is 93, 94, still living in London, and we communicate each other, and he still remembers me.
Really?
And Askar, and he is very sharp. He is 94 years old, my teacher. His name is Mr. Sheikh.
So now,
Yeah.
can you remember something of what he has told you or taught you that you still remember? Is there anything
He
that
taught, he was teaching everything, I think. There was no many teachers, you know.
But very respective.
Yeah,
You respect
yeah,
him
yeah,
for
yeah,
that.
very
Yeah.
well, yeah. He was all around teaching everything, you know. In 1950, he came from, he was imported from India with, like that called him, you know.
All right. Okay.
So he stayed for many years.
Was it our school or government school?
It was our school, public school, I think. Our school.
Built by us?
It was built by us, I think. Yeah, it was ready-made building. I'm not sure, but
And then we were running it?
we were running it, yeah.
So it was a Khojashi Aishnashri school? in
Something
Tunduru?
like that.
All right.
I don't remember
You're not
exactly.
sure, okay.
Yeah, but it was, yeah.
So now your primary schooling was in Tunduru,
In
and then
Tunduru,
you
yeah.
left for
Then I had to go to Lindi.
Lindi. Why Lindi? Because there was no
Because
secondary
there
school.
was no secondary school
Right,
there. So
okay. So what did you wanted to become after secondary
businessman.
school? Businessman.
I was always initiative to be a businessman.
So you wanted to be an entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur, yeah,
Right,
correct, yeah.
So you went to secondary school.
Yeah, I went to secondary school from 53, 54, 55, 56 and 57, I think. No, I went in 1954, up to 57.
And then?
Then my father sent me to Dar es Salaam for 1 year in the boarding house. That was
that
new
was a
boarding,
boarding house built
New
for-
boarding house, new boarding
Yeah,
house, yeah,
yeah.
at that time. Yeah.
New boarding house.
Yeah.
Muhammad Hashim was the one who built boarding house.
Muhammad Jaffer.
Muhammad Jaffer.
Muhammad Jaffer, yeah. He built it and donated it, I think.
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah. Was he Muhammad Jaffer?
Muhammad Jaffer. You remember?
I say, yeah. I mean, I recall that because
Yeah,
I mentioned it in the book.
Yeah.
So we have to check it out, the right name.
Muhammad
but
Jaffer.
Muhammad Jaffer.
Muhammad Jaffer. Very, I think very.
He also had a boarding school in Lindi as well, I think.
Yeah, there was a boarding school.
Boarding
yeah.
house, boarding.
Boarding, I think. There was a
house,
boarding, yeah. Yes.
So,
correct.
so
So
you went there in 1957.
I went to Dar es Salaam 1958 for 1 year
58,
only.
Why?
Because
1 year?
at that time I was in standard 10th.
Right.
At that time it was metric, if you remember. Up to 12 is metric.
Yeah.
So I went there for 1 year. I completed standard 10th and I came back in December to Tunduru. Now my father and my brother could not cope. The business was expanding.
This is in Tunduru.
In Tunduru, yeah. And my father was also working partly with Nur Muhammad Jessa factory, you know.
Right. Okay.
So he wanted to retire. He retired, I think, in 1954 and extended. The business was so flourishing. And
So your father retired?
yes, my father wanted to retire.
Wanted to retire.
Yeah. But he didn't retire actually. He was working up to 1954 with Nur Muhammad Jessa.
Right.
There was a factory about
What was the factory?
cotton factory, yeah. Producing this cotton, you know, and exporting.
Right.
That was Nur Muhammad Jessa were the owners, you know. So my father was working with them, and he wanted help with my brother, you know. So after that, in 1954, my father left the job and joined the business. So we expanded more then, you know. We grew very big, you know.
Right,
yeah, we had 3 manpower: my brother, my father, and myself.
Right.
And we learned a lot of things from our father, you know. He was very business minded, and he was selling produce in advance, you know. Even it was not grown, but making contract with his contact in Lindi, you know. He would sell 100 tons, 200 tons crops.
Well before.
Sata, bolta hai, sata leta.
Well, if
But
it doesn't, then...
it doesn't go,
Yeah.
then we had to pay something, you know.
Oh, I
But
see.
luckily, alhamdulillah, he made a lot of money, I think, about it.
All right. And you learnt that type of trade from...
So he was taking risk, I should say. Risk
Did
in
you have a
advance.
very good, close connection with your dad?
Very good connection, very good.
Any nasiyat that
He taught me many things which I am just following his footsteps. My mother and my father, they were very charitable person,
Right.
very charitable.
Can you remember anything
And
that
I
your
remember,
father
yes,
did?
what I
Told
remember,
you?
he built so many African mosques, you know, because we were stockists of cement, these iron sheets, materials, wood, everything. So every time everybody knew if you want to build a mosque or anything, let's go to Jaffer Ali Jadavji and Sons. And he would give them just like that, never refuse anybody. So I was just learning.
Can you remember any of the nasihat that he gave you?
He just gave me that if anybody comes for charity, never return empty-handed. Give anything, what you have.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And that is something which you have always...
Yeah.
Right.
But it was the biggest charity that he did in 1961, 62, I remember. I was only 16 years old. In 1958, I was about 18 years old. You know, we had no crop in the district of Tunduru.
So there was a famine there, wasn't
That is a famine.
61, 62.
61, 62. And people were dying of hunger. And it was the responsibility of the government to feed, you know.
Right.
Now it was not Tanganyika, but it was independence. 1961 we got independence. So my father had a lot of this stock of pearls in our warehouse. All type of food, rice, beans, groundnuts, sugar, oil. We were the stockists because we were the largest merchant in Tunduru, you know. Everybody used to come and purchase for us.
Yourselves.
We had our own transport going to Lindi to bring the goods and store it, you know. So, alhamdulillah, it was full of warehouse.
What did he do in the famine then? What did he do during?
Yeah, my father, on one day, area commissioner of this district came to my father that people are dying and I've got no source how to get them food. Because he was telling us, we are just new. We just got independence, 1961, this is 62. And it is unfortunate that it came in our time. So what can you do for us? My father said, what do you want? He said, we want food, supply to all the district where the famine has expanded and people are dying. So we had a meeting with my father and my brother, you know. Just 5-10 minutes. Okay, what should we do? My father said, look, to save the mankind is our responsibility in our life when we have resources. So let us give them all the food and let us supply them in our lorries to reach them efficiently so that we can just, they can survive.
Right.
No more deaths.
So he donated the food.
Yeah, we donated.
Yeah, okay.
It was like Karze Hasna, if they have money to give. Otherwise, just leave it.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was a very good deed.
Very good deed.
So,
and my father was also very active. He was playing volleyball.
Oh, he was a sportsman?
My father, he was a very sportsman. He used to take us from New Town to Old Town. We had a ground there. So he was playing volleyball. My brother...
His own ground?
In the old Tunduru.
Now, but he had his own ground, or
no? The ground belonged to school. I think the school where we are studying, you know.
Right.
So he used to play volleyball for many years. My brother was very champion, and I was playing. So we all were in the sports, you know, at that time.
So now, so what happened? Did you get married in Tunduru, or was it in Dar es Salaam?
I got married in 1963, and she was my cousin. She was my cousin, you know, from.
I think you got married at a very young age.
Yeah, I married at the age of 21,
right?
And my wife was 17 only.
So how many years have you been together now?
About 60 years now.
60 years.
Yeah, 23.
So what's the formula of surviving 20. For 60 years?
Give and take.
Give and take. Okay. So that's a formula.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah.
So she was your cousin, yeah?
Yeah,
Which family is she from then?
Nurmama Jadavji.
Oh, right. Okay.
My father and his father were brothers, and my mother and her mother were real sisters. Yeah, just it's all in the home, you know. But still we survived.
Home to home.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you went to Dar es Salaam after that?
Then we were in Tunduru up to 1972.
Okay, right.
Up to 72. Yeah. But unfortunately, my father passed away in 1971, you know, in Dar es Salaam.
Oh.
He had moved to Dar es Salaam, I think, in 1968 or 70,
But you remained in Tunduru?
I was in Tunduru.
And
my another brother was in Songea. We had 3 branches.
Right.
Tunduru was our head office.
Songea
was my branch, and Lindi was my father. He used to supply us good. goods, so that he was whole and soul supplying us goods to Tunduru and Songea.
Right.
So we had a very good connection of business,
Right. And then your dad moved to Dar es Salaam?
Yeah, he moved to Dar es Salaam 1968, 69, but in 71 he passed away. Yeah.
Well, why did he move to Dar es Salaam?
Because of the kids. My son Shiraz was very young at that time.
So
and
education? And
for
all that?
education,
Right,
yeah.
okay.
Really for education, yes.
So when he passed away, what happened subsequently then? Did you move to Dar es
Yes,
Salaam?
then I stayed one more year, and then I had my brother-in-law who was staying very far away in Songea,
Okay.
far away from Songea actually. We told him that, why don't you come here and take over our business? And he
Tunduru.
was happy to take our business.
All right.
So he was running it there, my business.
So you had a business continued there?
Yeah. We
You moved to Dar es
Yeah.
Salaam, and what did you or your family did in Dar es Salaam?
In
All your brothers moved with you, or were
my
they
brother
married by
Asghar
then?
was not there. Asghar went to London in 1967.
So he was here for education.
He was for education.
Right.
Haider had also come in 1966 for education.
Right.
So I was there with my elder brother and my another Hasni.
Right.
Yeah. So my father told him to come to Dar es Salaam. In Dar es Salaam, my father bought evergreen cars, if you remember.
Yes, it is in that Odeon Sema's in
Not
front.
Indian. It was near where our madrasa is at the moment.
Yeah.
You remember
Yes,
that building?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So my father had purchased that evergreen cabs with about many cars. At that time it was very cheap to run the business.
Yeah.
So
he purchased the.
So he purchased the business, and my brother Hasni was running it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then my brother Muhammad Bhai and his family, they moved to Karachi in 1971.
Right.
They stayed for 2 years and they came back to Dar es Salaam. So he also joined in other business in Dar es Salaam. Yeah.
So now you are in Dar es Salaam
Yeah.
and running a business because you had.
Yeah.
So what led you to come to UK then?
Yes, that's a very good question. In 1981, there was acute short of everything in Tanzania. Everything.
There is a special word for it. They call it, I don't know, there's economic crackdown.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It started, but its crackdown was in 1983.
Right.
But in 1981, it was so scarce to get bread, to get rice, to get sugar, to get everything, necessity.
Really? So basic necessity was an issue.
Yeah, my wife used to go from morning till 12 o'clock just to find bread.
Oh.
And the bread at that time was like shortage, it was demand was much, and there was only one factory, big one. So by the time when she went to buy the bread, sold. Yeah. So one day she told me that
So how did others survive then?
It was very difficult. We have
poor section of the community.
I think they must have suffered a lot. Very suffered a lot. So my wife says that I think I'm tired now. I can't live like this. Let's move to England. She tells me. I said, okay, fine. You're right. You've done your bit. You tried everything. And in 1981, I applied for business visa from Dar es Salaam to come to London. And in 92, I got it.
82.
In 1982. So I moved
how did you get business visa? You have to show some investment.
Yes, I had to show some investment.
Right, okay.
And it was at that time, it was only £100,000.
So when you show that, they give you a business visa?
Yeah, they give a business visa. And then we have to do business also.
Right.
Not showing, but just to do business.
Right, okay.
So
what happened then? You came alone or?
No. We came with all the children in 1983. I landed here.
So how many children have you got?
4. Yeah, four, including Munshi, the one who passed away.
Right,
We have got four.
So
three sons and one daughter. Three sons
and one daughter.
Yeah.
Right. So all of you landed in
in
UK,
London. Yeah, in
London.
UK. Yeah.
And where did you stay in London?
I was staying. We have got a family house here. 1983. It was bought in 1973.
Oh, so you had already.
We had the house
Whereabouts?
here in Kingsbury. You know.
Okay,
Yeah,
right.
in Kingsbury. So
Still got it or not?
No,
Sold it.
We sold it to my brother.
Okay.
Yeah, my brother has got it to now.
Yeah.
So I
Haidar,
stayed
ne?
there. No,
Haidar.
Muhammad Bhai,
Okay.
my late brother. So we stayed in that house for about one year, I think, 1.5 years. Then I had to buy a bigger house in Sedwari Court Drive, you know, because my brother Hasni also had applied for visa to come here. So he got visa in 1984 and I got in 1983.
So in 82, what business did you go into then?
Here? Yeah, in 1983, we were so lucky, we were trying to look for the business. What to buy? We went to see bakery, you know. We never did it. It was not in our business.
But you wanted to do something.
We had to do something. Can't sit like idle, you know.
Yeah.
So one day, I think Shaukat Ratan, you know
Yeah.
him? Shaukat
Marhum.
Ratan. He was, Marhum, yeah. He was settled here since 1976.
Right.
He found out one hotel selling at very cheap price. It went on receivership.
Okay, whereabouts was that?
It was in Ulscote, right in
Yeah, because that was
Ulscote.
a popular area, wasn't it?
Yeah, very popular area. So it was about 55 or 60 rooms hotel, you know. So he invited us, me and Hasni at that time. And Amir Bhai came, Amir Bhai Dirani.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you knew him from then?
Oh, Amir Bhai, yeah. Since I see. Because he was related. He is related to my brother. His sister is with my brother, you know.
All right, okay.
So Amir Bhai also came here on business visa. He wanted to buy something.
And you wanted to buy
We want to buy something. So Shaukat said, why not we buy together this business and we will, I will give to you and to Amir Bhai 50-50 share, you know.
Right.
50 shares. So Amir Bhai investment was done by Shaukat Bhai, I think. And we did our investment. Me and my brother, Hasni, and my brother Askar. We three decided to invest.
Yeah.
So it was running very good. For 1 year we ran it. It was nice. And then we got an offer. You want to sell the hotel? I said, yes. How much will give us? He said, we'll give you double the price. I said, oh, that's a good idea. We sold it.
After 1 year?
After 1 year, yeah.
Right, okay.
And then now we were hotelier, you know. We knew how to run it. So I told Amir Bhai.
From wholesaler and retailer to hotelier.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I told Amir Bhai, we are good friends and I'm departing with you with a heavy heart because now we want to buy our own hotels. Amir Bhai said yes. He didn't have any objection, you know.
Amir Bhai?
Amir Bhai Dirani,
okay.
So he also got the money, his share, and we got our share. Then he bought another hotel in the same area.
With whom?
With my brothers.
Hasni,
Askar. Three of us went together.
So bought another hotel?
Yeah. Very near to that hotel, you know.
Right.
And that hotel was about 33 bedroom, and we ran it for 10 years.
Really?
10
From
years.
83 to 93?
93, up to 94, yeah.
Right, okay.
And then we sold it in 94 because I was tired, Hasni was also tired, 7 days a week. He was working about 3.5 days. I had to work 3.5 days, 7 days, no holiday, nothing else. And we had our visa, we had settled now, so we sold it in 1994. That hotel.
And now you were able to stay here?
Where?
Your visa changed from business
No,
to...
no. I think in 91 I got permanent residence, you know.
All right, so that was okay.
Yeah, that was
After
okay.
10 years?
After 10 years, yeah.
So
in 91 we got my permanent residence, yeah.
Right.
Even I got the passport, I think, at that time.
So now you are a British citizen?
I'm British citizen.
And you're settled here?
Yeah, inshallah.
Your children now are
children
educating?
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
well, you continued with the expansion of the business
Yeah.
or you sold it now?
Now after hotel, my son, Shiraz, the eldest one, he is very fond of car, you know, car business.
Yeah.
He was very fond. So he said, I want to start my business, car business. I said, okay, fine, that's good. So Anwar Hashim had a small showroom, about 6
Marhum Anwar Hashim?
Marhum Anwar.
Okay, so you knew him.
Yeah, we knew him at that time. He had a restaurant also, if you remember.
That's right,
Yeah. So we approached him. We said, we want to lease your this showroom. He said, okay, take it. So he said, how much? He said, we'll give you lease for 25 years for £45,000. Lease only, yeah?
Yeah.
He said, okay, done. So he just took the keys and he just moved out.
And you moved
We
in?
entered, yeah, we moved in.
Yeah.
After making all the contracts and
Yeah,
everything. So that was a very small 6 cars.
In the front?
In the front.
Yeah.
That was the place, And there was some space in the rear. But it was not even, the business was expanding,
Okay.
So after 1 or 2 years, we got...
But this was your business, or
Yes.
you still had the brothers with it?
No, this
Your own.
was exclusive me and my son.
Right, okay.
Yeah. After hotel, we just separated everybody. Yeah.
But you then went their own way?
Yeah, own way,
Yeah.
Willingly, because we had sold the hotel,
Yeah, sure. So now Shiraz is, now you bought this...
We bought another showroom in Greenford Road, because this was very small,
Right.
So we bought another freehold. We got freehold for very cheap. It was going in auction.
Right.
We bought it.
Yeah.
So we had there about 30 cars. So still he wanted to expand because the business was expanding, export and everything.
Yeah.
Middle East and everything. So we got a very big one now in Edgeware. About 45, 50 cars can occupy.
Yeah. So still in the car business?
Still in the car business. And then also he started to build up his portfolio in business, property business, commercial and residential.
Right.
He built up quite good in business also.
So now then, now a time is coming, I think, for your retirement, because in 2000 you retired.
Yeah.
Now, what's the, you had a tragedy, I believe, in 1998.
In 1998, my son passed away, 23/8/1998.
You still remember the
Yeah, I
day?
remember him very well.
What happened? If you want to.
Yeah, he had, I was in Karbala at that time. And I got the news from my son and my daughter-in-law that we have found out that Munsi is suffering from cancer. What shall we do? So I think they took him to Oxford first. And the Oxford hospital referred to Royal Marsden in London, So he was getting the treatment, very nice treatment. We had a private Norwich insurance. And they treated him very well for 1.5 years, but he could not survive. I think it was bad luck. So in 1998 he passed away. So we had at that time 3 factories. I didn't tell you about it.
No.
In 1990, my cousin brother from Dar es Salaam emigrated to UK here.
Right.
He was working with us in Tanzania. So Askar said, now he's coming there. You have to look after him.
Yeah.
Find the business for him. So at that time, in 1990, before my son had passed away, we bought a second-hand clothing factory somewhere in Bedford, It was very nice, it was running very fast. That Muhammad Juma, I think you know him.
Yeah.
He was running it.
Yeah.
He was running in Bedford. So we created another one for my son. In 94, 95, he was running it. And we created another one in Leicester. And that Ahmad Dungarsi was running it. Not by us, we had sold to him,
Right, Ahmad.
So we had 3 factories at that time running very nicely, exporting to Tanzania. And the business was flourishing and everything.
Right.
We had, up to now, Tanzania, the second clothing is a good business
It's a
up to
good
now,
business, So anyone wants to go into that?
Yeah. So we sold the Leicester, we gave it to Ahmad Bhai, and we had 2 now in Bedford. My son was running it, and Muhammad was running it.
Marhum
Munsi was running it,
Right, okay.
From 95 to 97, before he was sick,
Yeah.
So when he fell sick, he could not run the show, So I had employed one, a friend of mine, Hindu friend. He was running it from 98 up to 2002. I had to clear everything. I said, if you're interested, I'll sell it to you. So then I sold it to him in 2002 or 2001, I think. And then I retired in 2002 completely.
So now then you retired. And you I think in 1996 I became Secretary General.
Yes.
And then when I went to visit India
Yes.
in 1999 or 98,
Correct.
99.
Yeah.
Or was it afterwards as well? Afterwards, after 2000, I think. I saw a mosque in Mahua.
Yes, correct.
And somebody told me that Anverbhai
Yeah.
is supporting this project. So
Yeah.
how did you sort of get into charity? Is it after the death of your...
after the death of my son,
Yeah.
then I was very much, I was finding something to get peace of mind, something I could do for him, for my parents, for everything.
I think you had a very good relationship with Marhum Mullah, and
Mullah,
you used to go out walking
Mullah,
with him.
we had very good relation, very good
And
relation.
he was also advising you following the...
Yes.
Yeah.
So in 1998, 1999, I think, they approached us. No, 97.
Right.
It was 97. My son was going to Damascus, and there was Maulana, who was from Maua.
Right.
And he told my son and myself, we have a big problem in Maua, there is a big property, and it is unfinished, just the wall, we can see the walls only. Would you help? Then my son and Shiraz said to me, can we help them? I said, why not? Let's start moving. So we gave him money. We didn't know him properly, but we gave him about some certain amount to start with.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the money was not reached there in time, so I had to go.
Yeah.
2002 to India, we had a meeting.
That's right, 2000.
Yeah, 2000. I went to India, I called the Maulana who came here for help, and I called Sajjad Rajani. At that time, he was elected president of the Songea Jamaat.
Yeah.
Not him, but his father.
Right.
His father was alive.
Yeah.
His father was president, he was, I think, secretary general. They all came in the hotel, we had a meeting, and I told Maulana, now, you have got the money, you came to us, you wanted money, we gave you money. This money is for masjid, why don't you pass it to them? He said, okay, inshallah, I'll give it. I have spent it at the moment in my investment, I'll give it. And he gave it.
Right.
He gave it to them. So we started from there with certain amount that we gave him. Then Mullah went, I think, there in Maua in 1997 or 98.
He was,
I think
96 he went.
96.
And then just before he passed away, he went to India.
Yeah. So what happened, Sajjad Bhai approached him, and I think they knew his father,
Yeah.
Mullah Bhai, Mullah Sahib, So Mullah had invested about 500,000 rupees. He gave it to Sajjad Bhai, which I know it, he told me. And so we started from there, everybody who came there gave small amount, donation. We received some donation. So it was just going, but the investment was too big. They wanted to make it masjid of marble.
Okay.
Marble costs a lot of money,
Yeah.
But we did it, alhamdulillah. We started in 2000.
But we finished, I
We
think, in
finished
2005.
about 2005, yeah.
So
we went for opening in 2005 with my family also was there, many of them. And then we had a Samu Lagna at that time also.
So you contributed
Yeah,
there
about
as
22
well. I think
yeah.
you have contributed
Twice,
quite a few of the projects in India,
Yeah.
building masajid, and also in Pakistan.
Yes, in Pakistan.
You built some masjids.
Yeah,
Am
correct.
I right?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
And I also understand that whenever Marhum Mullah used to do projects...
About Mullah, I haven't told you about anything. We started to walk together. The doctor had advised me, Mullah Sahib, now you have to walk.
Yeah.
So Mullah wanted company.
Right.
So Jaffer Bhai was my walking partner,
Yeah. So
we joined together.
Right.
We walked for 1 year.
Together?
Together. I used to go to Jaffer Bhai and take Jaffer Bhai and go to Mullah's house.
Right.
I would park there and then we go around about 2 miles we walk there.
Yeah.
So we walked about 1 year, so we had a strong bond, I should say.
Yeah.
And he would tell me, if you want to invest in anything, you just...
Charity, yeah. if you want
charity,
to,
yeah. I said, why not, Mullah Sahib? This is an opportunity. And you are telling me, I know you from East Africa. So we started doing business
So
with
you
Mullah Sahib.
did quite a lot of charity work?
Yes, we have done with Mullah Sahib, yeah. He would ask me, I've got this housing project, or earthquake, or child sponsorship, Zainabia child sponsorship.
You just done
Yeah.
it, yeah.
And earthquake. So many things I got in my list that we did with Mullah, you know.
Now, I want to just move forward.
Yes.
There are two other people and their charity that you were also...
Yes, correct, yeah.
One of them is Sajadia Trust.
Sajadia Trust,
Right.
Chacha Pariani.
You know Chacha Pariani?
Chacha Pariani was in Tanzania, yeah, we knew him very well. He was the manager of Tom, you know. So he helped us a lot, you know. At that time it was also shortage when we were in Tanzania. And he was the head in Tom, you know. So he would come to Tunduru to take the orders and he would help us the items that we wanted it. So we had a very good relation with him, you know.
So when he had the charity here, so
No, then he moved to Toronto, I think.
That's right. So when he moved to
Toronto,
and
then
the charity Sajadia Trust is from there, from Toronto. Yeah.
So he moved to Toronto and then he used to come to London, Kakaji's house, he stayed there. So he would visit everywhere, finding for the money. And we had a good relation, so we could never say no, you know, to him, you know. So he has also done a good job. He was doing housing project.
Right. So you donated through him to Sajadia.
Yeah. He was doing this Ramzan relief fund every year.
That's right.
He would give it to him, earthquake, and it's always like that.
But you knew Chacha very well.
Very well.
So the other person is Al Iman Trust.
Al Iman
How did you
Charitable
sort of
Trust,
build a relationship?
We met him in 2000 in India, in Mumbai, you know. And I used to go to his office at that time. I didn't know well, but he would invite me every Friday to, I think, Dungri. There is a mosque there in Dungri, I think. You've been there?
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, so after Juma prayers...
He invites people for lunch in the office. Yeah.
So in lunch, I could see so many activities doing, you know. What they did, they opened about so many accounts of widows, poor people, orphans, and vulnerable people who had no home, no account, nothing else. So what he did, he put 1,000 rupees to each and everyone's account. Everyone's account. And he would send money every month in their account to the needy and everything. And so many activities I've seen there in office when I was there, because they were doing public, you know, nothing to be done. And most of the time when I was in his office, the people came to his office, but he would always invite them, very humble person, very charitable person.
And you became his friend, I think.
Very friend, because I always make friends like that, you know. For a good person, you know. When you see a good person,
you should hold on to him.
Yeah, exactly. So when they go to his office, he invites them with the tea, coffee, lunch. Poor people, sitting just opposite there, you know, he's in. And they would start talking about their problem. He said, don't worry, give me your number, an account number, the money will be in the account. So I was really impressed. I can work with him, you know.
So you worked on many charities with him?
Yeah, many charities, yeah. His charities and my charities. He helped me a lot.
Okay.
He helped me a lot. I built this Maua mosque through him, you know.
Right, okay. And there are many other mosques built as well.
Through him, you know.
Yeah.
So he was the nice person. Up to 3 years, the 4 years passed away.
And when he used to come here, he used to probably
he would
stay
stay
with
to me.
you.
Yeah, he would stay.
So you had a close
very
relation.
Good connection, yeah.
Okay, now I think we are coming to the... I want to just ask you about your role in Hujjat, your contribution here.
Let us start in 1983.
Right.
I will tell you the history now.
Yeah, go
I
on.
don't know whether you are here or not. This property was purchased somewhere in 1983. I know the figure, 583 or 93. Okay. I know the figure.
I don't know, but you can tell me.
I can tell you. Yeah. So it was purchased by Mullah Sahib, by Mustafa Chandu, and Dungas was at that time, you know.
Right.
Mullah Sahib was very active, you know.
At that time.
Yeah. So when the property was purchased in 1983, Ghulam Deji was very active, you know. And we know each other. He is related to me, you know.
Right.
Yeah. So he was going everywhere for collecting donation
for the Stanmore.
For the Stanmore, because
also the South had their own project as well.
South was already done. I think they were. Okay. I think they was opening in 1983 or 84.
Right. So that was one in Streatham.
That was already done. But these two Jamaats were one, you know, if you remember, for many years. So Ghulam Deji approached me at home that we bought this property, the own contribution. I said, okay, I'll give you.
For this?
To start with.
Yeah.
It was already purchased in auction.
Yeah.
They were funding the money.
Yeah.
583 and 93.
At that time, yeah.
At that time, it was a big amount, So if you remember, this place was so bad. It was so bad. Everywhere is muddy.
That's right.
When it was raining here, it was muddy. I think Anverbhai Dhanji has played a key role to make this building right with his. Of course, there were so many people, but I remember him very well. Putting right everything.
He played quite an active role. Yeah.
So for many years, it was like that, And then I think in 1994, 95, during Ahmedbhai time, and same Chandu time, I think, they wanted to refurbish. It was about big contracts,
Right. Is it 94, 95?
95, I think, or 96.
Right.
They had given a big contract to the builder to renovate all the place inside so that we can use it. So at that time, Ahmedbhai, I think, was selling bricks, if you remember. One brick, 800 pounds.
Okay.
One brick, 800 pounds. So we bought some bricks also from him.
Right.
And he also said, we want a loan. We'll give you after 1 year or 2 years. We said, okay, we'll give you the money. So we gave them whatever we had.
Right.
After 2 years, the money was not there. And they said, now, okay, can you convert it to charity? We said, okay, we'll give it to you. So that's how it started, you know.
Right.
And Ahmedbhai, I remember all the times in the mosque, he said, this center is our parents, mother and father. We will never depart with this property until what happens,
Yeah.
He loved this property,
Ahmed.
Yeah, Ahmedbhai, yeah.
Mashallah. Okay.
So this is the story about I'm starting from the beginning.
Yeah.
So we had a good relation with Mullah at that time also.
Yeah.
Mullah would also insist that please give us money.
Right.
We want to build it. And we never said no to Mullah Sahib. So Mullah Sahib, we had very good connection. And what was good of him, he would say, Anwar, I got some project in Maua or Kutch or something. It's about this and housing or this and that. Will you invest? I said, yeah, why not? I'll give you. So that was the relation we had. And we had also our dues, which were our dues to pay, which you could use in the property, some of them, because he had the ijazah, 100%.
That's right, yeah.
You could use in both ways,
So you were also involved in executive committee?
In 2008, I think I was going to Dar Islam, and there was election. So Akakaji was to be a president. He said, will you work with me? I said, okay, I'll try. Why not? So I gave him a proxy, that I want to work with you. So I came back, but we took the building. It was so bad at that time. It was, I should say, dilapidated, something like that. Yeah, again in 2008. There were cracks outside everywhere, and inside also we needed a lot of things to be done. So Mohsin Bhai was, I think, Secretary General. Kakaji was President.
Mohsin Qasim?
Mohsin Qasim, yeah. He was very hardworking. Very hardworking man. I remember. So I was elected in ISI member. We had meetings and everything. Then he told me, Mohsin, why can't you work with me? We can restore this building. You can see how there was dampness and everything, and pavements needed. So I joined them. Everything was going smoothly, alhamdulillah. And after completing all the interior and exterior, Mohsin Bhai did very good, very wise step. Mohsin Qasim. He employed one man, I think his name was Peter. He used to stay somewhere here nearby. He employed him permanently, day and night.
Right.
If we need him at night, he would be here, day and night. So he restored everything inside, decoration, painting, fan fitting, air conditioning. He was all-rounder. So it was very easy for us to restore the building. And after all, we completed it. The carpet was smelling,
Right.
So I thought, I have got an opportunity. Now I'm here to work with them. I told them, give me a chance. I want to carpet the whole area.
Right.
I was struggling to get approval, It took time, but I was fighting with the EC members. And some would say, no, we don't want to change. Some say, we want to change. And after all, I won, So I and myself, Amir Asaria, You know him, I think.
Yeah,
He
so
was
he's
Wessex.
Marhum now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was living in
Because
Wessex.
the project was very big. You know.
Yeah.
I knew to carpet the whole place, it was impossible for myself, you know. So I told him, this is the case now. Can we take over? He said, take it. I'll be with you. So we booked a ticket. We went to Dubai. We bought 2,200 square feet carpets. And we
Shipped
paid,
it from there.
Yeah, shipped it from Dubai. We went direct to the factory. We got very cheap through Ansar Hemraj. You know Ansar?
Yes, very well.
Yeah, he took us there, you know. So we designed it in his. They've got a printing press in Dubai, you know. So we designed ourselves whatever we wanted because there was a praying space we needed it, you know.
Yeah.
So we did it, and we got it about 2 or 3 months, you know.
And then you fitted it.
Yeah. But it was a big amount, so there were also other donors who gave us money.
Yeah, sure.
Because laying out the whole area was expensive.
Right. But it was done under that executive committee.
Yeah, under committee. And also Jamaat paid about a certain amount for skip, I remember, yeah.
Okay.
So it was a joint
venture. So it was all done,
all together.
all of them participated.
And then I finished 2 terms and then I retired. Alhamdulillah.
You don't want to
No, I didn't want
to Jamaat again?
No, it was not. Thank you.
Right, thank you. Now, I think we'll come to an end now. So I just want to ask you a question, that last one. As an elder of the community, do you have any advice or nasihat to the community from your experiences?
Correct.
And also to the leadership. If you have anything, you can...
I can give you a very good advice on that.
Right, okay.
I've got some notes. For Jamaat, you said?
Yes, good is prepared.
You said about the Jamaat, or?
Yeah, Jamaat, Regional Federation, World Federation, so you can...
First of all, we need unity between all the Jamaats to function properly, you know? Right, in all the fields. Unity is very important.
Right,
all regional Jamaats, World Federation.
They all work. All the hierarchy must be united.
Africa Federation. And between also Jamaat. There are big Jamaats, Dar es Salaam, Toronto. They are very, very big Jamaats, you know. And first of all is unity. And the other thing I want to tell you that it's a challenging times nowadays. You know, we are passing through very difficult time, and also the COVID. We had COVID, you know. So during the COVID, people were sitting in home, you know, watching all the programs and everything.
That's right.
So the people are not coming
back to
regularly.
The center.
Sorry?
Back to the center.
The research center. And it has made life easy, even for me and for you. Because when we come here, sometimes we don't get parked. You know? We don't have priority because first come, first out.
Yes.
That's right.
That's right.
So that's the one reason, and I think we have to expand the types of activities we offer so all members of the community are able to attend the center. We have to change our trend, you know. What we have been listening for last 30, 40 years, people are not interested. September. You know, we want something new. Something constructive that the new generation
and the old generation as well.
And old generation, because that is one of thing. And youth attendance is lower as online has grown, as you know. You know?
Yes, that's right.
And a lot of things which are developing and becoming more comfortable in our society, which the community needs to confront. Things being taught in school which are not in line with our theology. That's also the reason, one of them, why the people are not coming or not following it.
So basically,
we have to change.
The advice is to change so that we can attract the members back to the center.
Exactly.
Make the family very strong.
Correct.
And whatever is delivered from the member must be of such sort of context that it's meaningful to the listener as well. And it's newer material as well. So inshallah, with that positive advice to the community leadership and the community, I think we would now come to
Thank you very
stop.
much.
All right.
Thank
you
you.
very much,
Thank you.
Anver Bhai, and
Thank
for
you.
sharing such a
Oh.
good experience with our
Alhamdulillah.
audience.
Thank you.
And I think our audience
Yeah.
would have obviously
Yeah.
taken a lot of experiences from our elder that he has imparted to all of us. And inshallah will benefit by the wisdom that you
Thank
have
you
shared.
very much. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you for
very
having
much.
me.
Yeah,
Thank
not
you
at
very
all.
much. Yeah.
Thank you very much for
Yeah.
listening, and
Yeah.
inshallah we'll see you again next
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum wa
Alaikum
rahmatullahi wa
salam.
barakatuh.